Well, let's get some more insight. We're joined on the news at 10 by Mr. Kolawole Oluwadare, who is the Deputy Director at the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, joins us live in our studio. Good to have you on the news at 10.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
I think for a lot of people, it was quite shocking to see plenary convened today, but we know the outcome now to partly increase that percentage, which the CBN can give the government Ways and Means from 5 to 15%. SERAP has spoken a lot about the loan situation, the debt situation of this government. What do you make of this recent move by the Senate?
Really, Nigerians should call into question this latest move, given the disposition of most Nigerians to these attempt by the executive to get the legislature to do its bidding in securing the Ways and Means, the 21 trillion, through the CBN to the federal government. So really, the question is about the legality of the loan itself and then the use of those loans. And then this move at last minute really raises a lot of questions that people need to ask this administration as they exit office and really the new administration as they come into office.
So it is expected that the president might sign this before Monday. But a major question that was raised by one of the lawmakers is this for the outgoing government or the incoming government? Do you think this changes the dynamics also for the incoming government?
Not really, and that is yet to be ascertained, really. So the incoming administration will have to show its disposition to either taking loans and the expenditure of those loans. But really, I would expect the incoming administration to undo what is manifestly wrong in securing the Ways and Means of 21 trillion and the various loans, that is the expenditure of the various loans that have been taken by the government up till the last minute.
I know one of the major issues about loans that SERAP has taken up is that loan from China for the failed Abuja CCTV. And you filed a lawsuit. So tell us about the update on this particular lawsuit and how it affects this outgoing government. Is there still any accounting for this government to do?
Of course, if the president can sign bills as of today, tomorrow, then naturally he should obey the judgment of the court. And the judgment is very clear. It mandates the president as the head of the government to provide details to Nigerians, not SERAP in this instance, Nigerians, how those loans were expended, particularly given that those CCTVs are not functional. And they are not functional with the growing insecurity in Abuja and other parts of Nigeria. And that is why that judgment needs to be enforced. You will recall that this case was filed in 2020. And what is this case about? Just a simple basic access to information by Nigerians. And that is why the case went to trial. And then 3 years after, the court has handed down judgment. And what that will mean for the incoming administration is that since government is a continuum, it doesn't stop the incoming administration to give account for how those loans were spent, and given the fact that we are still servicing those loans, and to ensure, really, and which is very important, that we do not go this way again, collecting loans, repaying them, and more or less just ending up in private pockets.
Just to be clear, the Federal High Court has ordered the government to account for these funds.
Yes, to Nigerians, yes.
So it is at the table of the president to account for those funds,
yes,
as it is right now.
Yes.
Let's talk about the incoming administration, 48 hours to inauguration. And I wonder, having lived through this outgoing administration, what would you say should be the takeoff point for the incoming government?
Now, from our point of view at SERAP, it should be transparency and accountability. And that is a key facet of the rule of law. So it means the incoming administration, right from the president to the councillors, must demonstrate that will to people, that they intend to obey the laws and they intend to live above board by the various actions they do. So right from the outset, they need to demonstrate that very importantly.
We'd like to thank you so much, Mr. Kolawole Oluwadare, the Deputy Director at SERAP. Thank you so much for your thoughts on the news at 10.